Okay, so let's do some tutorial for Prince of Persia on the Master System. Let's have a look at the general aspects of the game first. There's no diagonal inputs, and I recommend having input display switched on if you're using BizHawk, because if you press two buttons diagonally at the same time, like this as you can see in the input display, you're not going to be able to move and you're going to lose time. So the game is pixel based. There are lots of times when you can buffer moves either on screen transitions or during animation of another move. If you fall 2 floors, you'll lose 1 HP. If you fall 3 floors or more, you'll die. And whenever you die, you just restart the level with the time remaining. So there's nothing too difficult with that. The only RNG in the game really is the chompers, which are the grabby gates that can bite you in half. Guard fights, which can just lose some time from parried hits, and lag. And the effect of lag really is just delaying some of your inputs. So it's mostly something you'll see on running jumps. Basically, if you get a running jump that you're failing a lot, it's probably because of the way you're playing a specific level. Try a different setup for it instead. And because of the lag, there are some places where the moves you would usually expect to work will fail or stop short. And we'll cover those as we go along. There might also be times when, if you've got a setup that involves 2 screens of movement, if you change the order of the moves across the 2 screens, you might get slightly different results. So, time is going to begin on the password screen here. So, you've got a variety of different moves that you can make in every screen. You can move left and right and do single steps or longer steps. You can press up to reach up, which will send you a little bit forward. And eventually, if you've got a ledge above you, you'll grab onto that ledge. You can also press down to come off ledges. And if you want to hold on to a ledge, hold the 1 button. And then you can either move up or down. If before you press left or right, you hold the 2 button, you can do a standing leap, which takes you this far. If you're running instead, you can do a running leap, which takes you very slightly further. If you press down, you can do what we call a bunny hop. If you're quick, you can do a half a bunny hop and move along in half an increment, but generally we don't use that. It's just single bunny hops are quite useful. And when you're running, if you turn around, you can offset your position slightly, or you can just do a turnaround step like that. One thing to note, there are times when you're facing right and you will need to make a left turn and turn left and take 1 step. So turning left and doing 1 step. If you notice what my pixel position is right now, I'm going to do that again, but this time I'm going to chain those 2 things together. You'll notice it's very slightly different. You're off by a pixel. So there are times when you're doing this, you might want to be very careful of that, because otherwise you'll miss your hits. You'll be able to drop floors down. You'll eventually get the sword, but if you press the 1 button and then press right, you'll do a creep forward. That's going to take you across ledges like this, but if you've got open space below you, like this, in this version of the game, if you just keep creeping forward, you will eventually fall down. Like that. So if you want to be absolutely certain that you're at the edge of a ledge, use the jump motion instead, you will never fall off. then you can come down. So, first thing I'm going to do is show you the basic bitch path for level 1. You're going to do a standing jump here. You're going to press right to do 1 step, turn around and press down to get off this ledge without hurting yourself. Come left, hold up, and then when the screen transitions, you're going to start holding 2 to do a running jump across there, walk straight through here, drop down here. Do 1 bunny hop, do 1 standing leap, climb up, come across here, and then in this screen, shortly after you've pressed that open button, you want to do a buffer jump there. Here you want to buffer on the transition screen to jump across here. Come down this way because it's slightly safer. Come across here, grab your sword. You need to press down to get the sword. Turn around. I'm just going to do this to show you. You'll eventually snap to the grid position. Come back across here. Come up here. The safest way is to do a creep with the 1 button so you won't fall off here. Do a standing leap and then come over. Do a leap. Do a leap. Press 1 forward. Jump up here. Come onto this switch. Come over here. Move to here and jump over. Don't be afraid if you fall down. You'll still make it. Come up here. Run across. Obviously, if you've got to jump across here, that's okay as well. Here, just let yourself fall off and then do 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps buffered. Hold 1 to get your sword out. You're just going to hold 1 and kill the guy as long as it takes. Don't worry if it takes a few extra hits. Don't worry if it's slow. That's him dead. Come across here. Hit this exit switch. Come across. A note on exits. If you are facing left in an exit like this, in this position here, you might get it where you can't actually get out. It won't recognise it. You might need to turn around. So you're going to go to the exit from about here onwards, press up, and that's level 1. Now let's go into the more complicated stuff. Fastest way down from here is to do a standing jump. If you want to show off, you can do 2 standing jumps here till you hear that noise, turn around, do a standing jump and you'll clip through the floor. That's going to cost you 1 HP. Other way is just to do a turnaround on this dropping block. That will again cost you 1 HP. The absolute fastest way through the next section is going to be slightly complicated. You're going to try and buffer a running jump from about here so that you knock into that door there. Do a leap and duck. Do 1 creeping step. And then buffer a jump from this place here. Press down and you'll clip through there. So, come down here. Knock into this door. Leap, duck, creep. You can buffer this if you need to. Down and you'll come across here. Sometimes, depending on how you'll play, you'll get different results for when you press 2. You'll jump earlier or later, be aware of that. Fastest way through here is to buffer 2 running jumps. And then press down. If you do it correctly, you'll grab the sword straight away. You might just have a little bit of drop position. Come back across. And again, the fastest way is going to be to run until you hit this position on this screen here and do 2 jumps. Do a duck and jump through and jump through. Then you can do 1 step and snap up here. Fastest way back here is to stop on the middle of this plate, jump, and then you can buffer a running jump when the screen is transitioning to black. Come through here. And then there are a couple of setups for this wrap. So the setup I like to use is to do 1 standing leap, 1 step, run, and then from about here, let go of the 1 button, turn around, press 1, 1, 2, through. Come up here, take it nice and slow there, and out. Show you that again. Standing leap, turn around, through here, jump on the plate to knock the door, jump, duck, creep, jump across, press down, clip through, jump across there just because it's slightly faster, jump across there, buffer 2 jumps here, press down when you see yourself appearing, grab your sword, up to the top floor, run to about where the torch is and stop, 2 jumps, duck until the gate starts opening, 2 jumps, 1 step, snap up here, middle of the plate, 1 standing jump, buffer a running jump, run across, drop, 1 jump, 1 step, run until here, turn around, get your sword out, 1, 2, back round, come up here, don't turn around from here too early when you hit this stair, press up, that's level 1.